Black letters on a white background, the wall text for Nicolás Müller's exhibition, The Committed Look, several black and white photographs with light wood frames hanging on the wall.
We have this exhibition by Nicolás Muller, a great Hungarian photographer. What guides the choice of these exhibitions is the need to diversify the displays, for people to have broader knowledge about photography.
On the right side of the wall text, Nicolás' photo with his dog Samo on his lap. The camera pans quickly over several photos.
Nicolás brought us a display of 78 photos. This is the first photo. We should start the exhibition discourse here. The wall at the back is about his country, Hungary. This wall here tells us about France, a country he ran away to. That other wall at the back is about Portugal. He came here to interview Salazar, which never happened. Nicolás was here for 6 days, because then Pete invited him to leave. They regarded his photos as only showing poverty, but in fact, he depicted Portugal at the time. On the other side, another country he took refuge in. It's Morocco, where he lived for some time. Then he ends up settling down in Spain and requesting Spanish nationality. There, he opened his studio and met several intellectuals. He met Picasso and people with intellectual quality, and dies in Spain.
Photo of the Ribeira do Porto. Camera moves to the left. It shows various photos. The wrinkled face of a man, a child dressed in white. 6 photos hang on the white wall between 2 green doors.
What we can see in Nicolás's works can be divided into 2 antagonical aspects. On the one hand, we have great technical mastery. Notice that the camera he used was a Rolleiflex. This camera, for those who don't know, was a huge box. One had to carry it around one's neck. To make these angles was something outstanding. On the other hand, he did. The photos were square-shaped. That is, the film was 6 by 6. Besides his humanistic look that depicted life in Hungary and in the countries he lived, we recognize that in what he photographed, there was great technical mastery because he used Dutch angles. These convey a sense of movement. He used close-ups that make us feel closer to what is being photographed. He has high angles in many photos. These enable to increase the distance to what we don't like. In these works, he does a bit of this. Not only does he do close-ups that bring us closer to the objects, but also he has high angles that distance us from the object, creating a feeling of almost repulse.
Pictures of men working by the side of a river. They carry sacks. Several children sitting on the ground stare right at us. A man with his back to us standing on one of the platforms of the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
It's very humanistic work. He excelled in representing a people's life. We must now make an aside. We only perceive a photographer's quality when we analyze a bit of their lives.
Alexander tells us about the exhibition. He's a white-haired tall man with a bushy mustache. He wears glasses and a colourful striped shirt.
His training was connected to law. He graduated in law and started following his father in his journeys to the villages. By visiting the villages, he noticed the overall misery. He found that he could use photography as a critical document of what happened. He was also backed by the Bauhaus and German constructivism that reinforced this intention of denouncing, accusing. The radical right wing in Hungary advised them to leave, and then the war starts. Because he was a Jew, he began traveling around, from Hungary to France, Portugal, and ending up in Spain.
Several photos of Spain, the camera focuses on the caption of a photo, a farmer in Granada. More photos on another wall, a young man wearing a cap and a boy carrying a bundle of firewood on his back.
These works, by a good photographer, besides his technical mastery, are humanist. And they lead us to thinking. If we look at these photos, we see that there is a social critique of what is being photographed. It's bucolic critique of what is photographed. We are facing a photographer of great quality. Over there, there's a photo of a family in black and white. By looking at it, we think of a painting by Vermeer, in its contrasts of black and white, dark and light. I would really say it's a Vermeer.
The camera moves up and down, photos of landscapes, a circle of children in an open field, and a group of university students in a street in Coimbra.
He's a reference photographer, a good reference photographer. We just hope we may continue the quality of this exhibition in the future.
The camera focuses on the photo of Nicolás Müller and his dog. It moves away and we see the wall text between two green doors. The image blurs. The credits roll up in black letters. The Committed Look, by Nicolás Muller. Temporary exhibition at the Jorge Dussaud Photography Centre in Bragança. Curator, Alexandre Castro. Image and editing, Nuno Nascimento. Subtitling and audio description, André Pinho and Marisa Afonso from Polytechnic Institute of Bragança. Audio description and audio subtitling edition, André Pinho. Culture for All, Bragança. Reference, North 074230 FSE 000058. Project of the City Council of Bragança with implementation of the Polytechnic Institute of Bragança. Logos of North 2020, Portugal 2020, European Union, Bragança City Council, Polytechnic Institute of Bragança, and Culture for All.